are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Charles Harris make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They will run for it with Gainwell. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 2.
Alert! Alert!
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. They find some open field here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 65 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being full.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moore, the man in motion. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Thomas. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Bronco switch.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try it now with Mostert and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
On the draw, Gainwell.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Check that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On first down, Thomas. They're going deep for Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Down to about the 45.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Coates.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell.
33 yards.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Coat, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature for the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And it's first down, Miami.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and every quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run on first down. Coates.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Thomas. It's Hill, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Thomas.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. In motion left goes a tight end. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Runs over it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
Down right around the 25. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Okay, break. 19 right. Warriors 17.
On 2nd and 11 now. Thomas. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Thomas. Brought in by Coates. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Up the middle they go. Coat, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Ready.
2nd and 15.
Grab 60, grab 60. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the bootleg, Thomas.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
No, no.
On 3rd down. Coates. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Thomas throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run behind center with Gainwell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Thomas. Another catch there for Waddle. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now. Coat. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Back to throw. Thomas.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Coates, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Miami,
they moved to 7-9 on the year with the win.